Um, Hello, my name is Lorenzo Faluca. I'm Daniel's brother, and when COVID happened of March 2020, I was a senior in high school, and at first it was that we had a week off, then 2 weeks off, and then the rest of the year we had off.
Why did you have a week off?
Well, because they didn't know, they didn't know how big of a thing COVID would end up being. So at first they just decided for a week off, see like if it can cool down, but it never did. It skyrocketed up throughout the whole year.
Were you in spring break already, or was it just go home for a week?
No, it was just go home for a weekend.
Yeah.
And we never ended up returning back to school. We had a virtual graduation, and then later into quarantine we had a proper graduation. Never had a prom.
What did they do as a replacement for prom?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, we just didn't have anything.
Do you feel like you missed out on a big important milestone in life?
I would say like a proper graduation was more important, because that's like you're kind of like leaving. I don't know, like my thought process was like, you're leaving, like that's the end of your childhood. You're going on to college life. You're becoming an adult, so it's like you didn't have like that benchmarker to like send you off. And prom wasn't too big of a deal. It was, kind of save money on that, but it still sucks.
Indeed.
And with the COVID shutdown, it took longer. I was in the process of getting my license, but due to the COVID shutdown, even the DMV shutdown, and that got stopped, and I couldn't go for it until it went back up, and then everything afterwards I had to wait 6 months for. So it would be like 6 months waiting for the permit, 6 months waiting for the written test, and then 6 months waiting for the driving test. So it was ridiculous, the wait period for that.
Especially for the process that should take at least 6 months. You tripled in time.
Yeah, and that also just hindered my my just like, I would say, like educational life, because I had no reliable way of getting to school, so I didn't go to school. So I was kind of like in a weird place for a bit during COVID, where I wasn't really doing much besides like the construction job that I had.
Were there any, since you had nothing else really going, did you just spend mostly just working? Or was that just, like even that on its own, was it just even more like within 20 hours a week? Just part-time hours?
Well, that job was interesting. It was all, the hours were based off the job, so there were days where the job would take multiple days.
Describe the job that.
Oh, I was like scaffolding building, so like all those big shelves you see at Home Depot. Like I would make those, and we had somewhere it was a humongous warehouse where we would have to put those up, and I would have 10-hour days for multiple days straight. So it was really depending on the job. Some jobs took one day because that wasn't the only thing we were doing, and we were a lot of metal work, so whatever job had to deal with metal work. So if we were making a metal staircase, one day, in and out, done.
Like, what type of accommodations did you have to make to work? Were you fully gloved up, masked up?
We had to wear the mask, and it was because we were there with other contractors, so we were told to just keep our distance from the other parties that were there, and just keep like isolated to ourselves, mainly.
How many times did you get COVID?
I got it twice.
How was the first time?
First time was pretty bad. I would say in the beginning stages.
Do you remember roughly when?
Yeah, it was during the construction job on one of the jobs.
Time wise. Was it that summer when it first popped up? Fall.
I think it was like later into the summer.
Of the beginning year, like
yeah,
2020?
yeah, of 2020. I'm pretty sure.
June, July.
Yeah, like July, August. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was definitely later. Yeah, I would say it was like worse than the flu for the first couple days, and then after that it like mild out, and then the second time was.
How was the home adjusting to you getting COVID?
Oh, that was pretty bad.
What was the cascading effect throughout the house?
Oh, I got my whole family sick. Everybody ended up with COVID, so it was funny, but it wasn't funny because we were all isolated in the house, all like individually. But then again, I didn't mean for that to happen. I didn't know I was sick. I only started showing during one of my jobs.
Do you remember how every new someone in the house was getting sick? We attempted to rearrange the entire household and who slept with where and how.
Yeah, I took Ayana's room, and then we just kept putting all the what was it, the plastic tarp make a path for me to like a bathroom, and yeah, it was ridiculous. We just had to spray disinfecting anytime we walked out. That was awful for like the week.
And your second experience?
Oh, and that one was mild through and through. No, not even mild. It was literally like a less cold. I didn't even know I had it. I just had a runny nose, but I said, better be safe than sorry, and I got tested. I ended up being positive. I did it at a at-home test kit, and it was positive. And
do you remember if you were the first one to get it during the second time, or?
Yeah, I was, and then I think you were next. No, you were the first one.
Yeah, I was the one that.
And then I got it.
Yeah.
But I think that was it. I don't think we all got it that second time. I don't know if Papa didn't get it. I don't think he did.
Papa did get. Ariana was the weird one that did not get it.
Oh.
Yeah, she. It was a I brought it in. You, mom got it again, just purely just because she just was everywhere at that point, and it was, yeah, sorry. Uh,
Man, no, that was fine, literally more than fine. The only thing I had was a runny nose, and that was it. Other than that, I was completely okay. And my boss nagging me to still come into work.
how were social relationships during like
The
in
beginning
the
stages?
Yeah.
It was awful. Like, we couldn't see anyone, and then when we were like allowed to see people, when my Bala came to the house and like Ziana,
Hmm.
like we would have to just stand like
6 feet apart.
not even that, like we stood by our door and they stood like at the sidewalk and we just talked.
Oh yeah, the drive-by meetings.
We were not taking any chances. No, it was rough, and then I wasn't able to see Amanda till.
Who's Amanda?
Oh, Amanda's my girlfriend. I wasn't able to see her till. Man, I would say like a couple months into it. Yeah, like a few months into COVID's lockdown.
So pretty like, was it around? It started around March of 2020. Probably like the entire summer.
Yeah, like I think the first time I saw her was like going into the summer actually.
Shit.
Yeah, it was a few months.
Well, was it easier with friends or your relationship? Just keeping in touch because we had games to.
Yeah, it was really easy to play with friends. That was actually one of like the best time periods, like to play with friends. The COVID lockdown. So it was actually fun to do that. And then once like it like started like the restrictions of like going outside slowly started like lifting up, then I'd go out with my friends and we'd go like skateboarding and stuff.
Okay. Was it more of isolated hangouts? So you had one designated location for hangouts if you were going to hang out, or it was just whatever was like the flow?
No, it was just one designated place. We never went to each other's like houses. Nothing. We stayed outside, like a parking garage. Sometimes we were like at a school, something like that. And that was really it. Like we were just outside and just like our little group of friends.
You were speaking about your senior year of high school. How was like your education in like classes? How did classes go?
Oh, the online?
Yeah.
That was awful. Not because of the work. It was because, like, who's gonna choose to do online work when you're home? Senior year, I only cared about 2 of my classes, so I did all of their work. Everybody else, no. I didn't even like bother to do theirs. Like gym, they were telling me like, oh, you have the meetings every day. You have to. No, I didn't go to anyone.
Virtual gym classes.
Yeah, no. So and we were seniors. They were just gonna pass us. So, and that's exactly what they did, except for my med tech class, where she actually literally called Ma to tell her that I was failing. So then I had a week to make up all the work that I've missed. So that was pretty annoying.
That's a pretty good teacher right there.
She was a good teacher. Again, it's not like based on the teachers. I liked all my teachers senior year. It was just like, I wasn't gonna do their work. I'm home. But yeah, besides those 2 classes, I didn't care for the rest. But like, yeah, it was super weird. Like, you had the virtual gym, and like all the online work was just like, it was the normal work where you would get like during school, but it was just, it was weird, just like the day-to-day classes. You'd be in your call, it would be like super quiet. I always felt bad for the teachers because no one would ever like answer their questions and stuff like that. So it was definitely like a weird thing to get like accustomed to.
Was it demotivating? I mean,
Yeah.
you were in your senior year, so you only had what, 4 or 5 months at most.
Yeah, but even if I wasn't in my senior year, it would like, like I would have no type of motivation to like actually like do the work and stuff like that.
Let's see. So you had when did you start seeing a turn, like a sense of going back to reality? Not reality, back to some type of norm from beforehand.
Once they started lifting up all the restrictions, definitely like that's when
they had the vaccines and
like that's when like you really saw that it slowly they're just taken away on the lockdown, and like, yeah, I would say that it was, and I would say like it was, you really saw like that like trickling effect, like I would say like into 2021. That's when you really like saw it.
What in our family, like we had a bunch of holidays that we usually went and did with other members of the family that we couldn't anymore. We missed on 2 Christmases, 3 Easters.
Yeah, no, that sucks. Like not being able to see the family for like so long. Nah.
It took forever. Yeah, I mean, we had Zoom, the virtual cousin meetup, which was wild.
Papà, puoi chiudere la porta? Sto fai i compiti.
I compiti, sì.
Well, hold on anyway. You can just like narrow down the video and stuff like that.
No, they wanted non-edited. So I got one more two questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Any memorable moments during COVID that when you went outside? How did you see people? Did you see any crazy whack job with like full hazmat suits?
No.
Any specific events where you saw that you would never seen? Like, do you remember New York City just being a ghost town?
Yeah. No. When we would go out to skateboard, it was empty. You literally saw nobody ever. Like even at the schools, like we would go to FDU and we'd skateboard around there too. Nothing. You wouldn't. There's no cars. Empty. Everything was just vacant. It was really weird. It was, cool for us because we were skateboarding. We didn't have to worry about anything. hitting anybody or anything like that, but it was like a weird thought, like, you would expect to see like a whole bunch of students here, mostly for going into the new like semester and stuff like that. Nothing, completely empty.
Well, thank you for your time.
Okay. Bye.